Greetings to one and all. This is Vidhi Shukla from Example, a student democratic platform with a mission of creating doctors with the help of toppers. Today we have Dr. Akras with us, a first year MBBS student currently pursuing his degree from the prestigious North Bengal Medical College, West Bengal. Now I'm sure that this college requires no prior introduction and the same applies to the efforts taken by the aspirants to get in. Today, we have someone who has managed to take enough effort to be who he is today. Very heartily congratulations, Dr. Akras, for your achievement. I'm sure that your journey must have been a tough one, and we would like to
Thank
know
you, ma'am.
more about it. So, without any further ado, let us start with the interview. My first question is, uh,
Hello.
what inspired you to get into the medical field?
Actually, all my inspiration did came from my grandfather because he was an ambition that my grandson should be a doctor. That actually in our dynasty, in our home, there was no any doctor. So he just had an ambition that there should be some doctor, and he wanted me to a doctor. And other than ambition, my father is so supportive to me that even I had an ambition to be a doctor, and my father all supported me. So my biggest ambition was my father only.
Okay, when did you start preparing for NEET and what was your strategy?
Actually, I have started for preparing it from 2020 only. But as we all know that the pandemic came at the year 2020. But I have already given my 12th exam by now from Ramji Ranjan Jhunjhunwala College in Mumbai only. So after that, I just thought I should be preparing for NEET. Then I started preparing, and suddenly the NEET exam schedule started postponing due to the pandemic. So I just utilized the months in between the exam and the corona. So it helped me a lot, but eventually I wasn't able to. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to crack NEET at the same year. So I did 1 year break and reattempted for NEET, and then I got selected into this college. So it
Great,
was all about.
congratulations.
Thank you. No, nothing.
So Dr. Akras, almost 15 lakh candidates appeared in NEET 2021. I'm sure everyone must have prepared well. What difference
Yeah.
approach did you take that resulted in your success?
Actually, it all about hard work only. But yeah, sometimes approaches, the way of approach matters too. All my approach was to read a book. Means if someone asked me that which book should we refer, like there are a lot of books in the market, but usually I try to refer the coaching centers that there are various online platforms. They usually try to provide the study materials to all of us. So we should be utilizing those study materials because they are so good that they have only selected points which we should study. And because NEET is just an examination, competition examination, so all we to focus is to crack the examination rather to something do extra. So I just focused myself to cracking the examination only, and I did. The study material that I used to refer was coaching Akash study materials, some of the modules of them, and it all helped me a lot. Otherwise, there are many online channels in YouTube which teach everyone freely, so you may also use them. Yes, actually, I did everything. The preparation was my myself. I didn't got admission into a coaching center or what due to some financial reasons, but it's okay. Then all I did was self. The YouTube helped me. The study material helps me, and of course, there are some channels over Telegram which also helps us. So it was all that I tried, but the most thing that I did was the hard work. The whole year I did my hard work, and it led to my success in the NEET.
Okay. So, first attempt you gave, and what motivated you to give a second attempt also, and you scored well.
Yeah, actually, in my first attempt, my score was around 471, and my rank was around 1,23,000. But actually, of course, late wouldn't get me a college. Late to get me a college. So I asked my father that whether should I attempt for the second one or I should go for the BSc nursing. Actually, I was getting BSc biotechnology in same the RJ college, Ramjan Jujunwala College, Ghatkopar. But then only my mother was having, so like my grandfather wanted me to be a doctor, and my mother and father always. So my father asked me if I can do.
Okay.
So I asked, yes, I will. And
Good.
that's the point that my father gave me the permission to drop 1 year. And
Good.
I suddenly started, like, starting. I was doing a job also for my, like, study materials are too, means they are free study material also, but for the books which we should refer are too expensive too. So I
Yeah.
was doing a job of teaching to means class 8, 9, 10 students. And by that, I was shooting my expenses. And that's how I did it in the second year. That's all.
Okay, it's great. Like you got lots of support from your parents also.
Yeah,
How did you
they were very
manage?
supportive.
Yeah, how did you manage matlab, preparation in a short notice? Like you were preparing, you are teaching also, you were teaching, and the same time you were preparing for your exams also. How did you manage both of the things?
Actually, manage that I am from Mumbai, and you only know that how small the houses in Mumbai.
Yeah,
I'm born and brought up from a chawl area around Chandivali, Sakinaka, right?
great.
So it was a small. We were having only a one hall room and a kitchen. So there wasn't a big home. So I just asked my father if I can, means if I can hang a parda in the home, that I can make a separate chamber for myself where I can input some table and chair for myself. So my
Okay,
father gave him the permission that in one of the chamber they will sleep and the next chamber will be for me only.
okay.
So that's how,
So
and
it's
I,
great.
the managing that, I used to wake up in 6 o'clock, then the Mumbai locals to
Okay.
Churchgate, there where I do my job around 8 to 12. I used to do my job. Then by getting home around 2, and then I start to study by taking a small nap as usual. Of course, the rest is very necessary. And then I started studying around. I used to study till 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, and
Great.
that's how it was a hard journey. Yes, but I
Yeah.
now I'm very happy that I'm all successful.
Yeah, like we also know the hard work always pays off, right? So it's very
How the 8 o'clock
inspirational.
Mumbai is, yeah,
Yeah,
8 o'clock Mumbai locals. I
yeah,
miss this now. In this city, Siliguri, there is not a big rush like Mumbai. I
yeah.
miss those days now.
How did the COVID pandemic affect your preparations?
Actually, COVID pandemic didn't affect for my preparation. Actually, it supported me for my preparation. It supported me with extra time, with with very much time with my family, where my family used to give support. If there was no pandemic like Corona pandemic, so I should be going some coaching around like in Kota or somewhere else. But my father asked me that if I can prepare from a home only because they don't wanted me to go somewhere else like Kota or Allahabad or Patna. So yeah, the pandemic somehow this it supported me only for my. It was advantageous to me, but not to saying, but it was advantageous to me. The Corona year was so grateful to me.
Uh, that is the thing you take negative also like in a positive way.
Yeah, it was a
So
positive way. Yeah, it has some drawbacks, but it helped me a lot.
now that the exams are only 2 months away, what would you advise for the aspirants? What kind of last moment strategy they should follow that they don't overwork themselves?
Actually, as I tell now, the level of NEET examination paper is means decreasing year by year. That the hardness is being decreased. Yeah, the pattern was changed, and pattern somehow complicated the exams, and somehow managed to increase the cutoff. But right now the MCI new rules came, and the cutoff degraded to 595 in all India quota. But it was okay. And the last 2 months study is all about solving the question papers because in my second year, the second attempt, the whole year, I there was my target that I should be doing 2 chapters a day in order to complete my whole syllabus. Because I calculated there was on an average 33 chapters in per subject, and that
Yeah,
three subjects, so 99 chapters. If I manage to do 2 subjects a month, so I will be clearing the whole syllabus within the 2 months. And as I have already studied in 11 and 12, so I already know the basics of the chapters. So I need not to study the whole grip so deeply, whole chapter so deeply. I was just trying to revise. So if I try to manage to revise the whole chapter in just 2 months, So I will be getting 3 times. I can do 3 times revise the whole chapter. And the last 6 months, whatever I did was the question solving, the previous year questions, the previous year coaching center questions, which we can manage from Telegram. The coaching means question solving is the most important part for a NEET preparation year. And the
Okay.
last 2 years should all be devoted to question solving only.
Okay, so you
It's my
mean the
opinion because I did it.
practice as much as the
Yeah.
student is practicing, that is very important for us,
Yeah.
right?
In the
Okay,
last year, the pattern was changed, and suddenly
yeah.
the whole pattern was changed. It was somehow hard to us that we managing the new patterns and managing the question papers for in accordance to the new pattern. So yeah, it helped. It was so hard, but I managed to. Yeah.
Okay, so the students who are in 11th class, 12th class, or who are repeater, will you like to give some advice to them?
Actually, the class in class 11th and 12th, they are so lucky that they are so serious for the NEET examinations, and they already are trying to prepare for the NEET examination. Because when I was in class 11th, I didn't even know what NEET is. I was just going to college, hang out with my friends, and going to marine drives. That's all. But suddenly, when I get to 12th class, I get to know about there is something examination named National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test. Without cracking it, we can't be able to go medical colleges. So yeah, if any student who is serious in the 11th only, so he is very lucky that he's serious and he has very much time. He can actually the board examination. Well, unlike some of the board, most of the boards are based on NCRT only. Even the
Yes.
Maharashtra board has the new curriculum of Maharashtra board is about something related to NCRT. The new books I've read. So yeah, so studying for boards also, they should be means hardworking a little more for NEET than boards. Then books of boards and NEETs are means about same only. So if they work hard for 11th and 12th, they will have a better chance in performing the NEET. And
Now
for
that you
12th
are,
class, yeah. For the 12th class, they also be preparing for the same way as 11th because they have also a lot time if they have prepared in 11th. But if they are in 12th, so I will suggest them to prepare for the boards only because boards are also important and need also have the criteria for 50% in 12th boards. And for repeaters, actually being a repeater is so harsh. We know how criticism we feel when we sit on the whole day we sit on in the room and our relatives come by and they ask me, what are you doing now? It's a bit embarrassing that we are doing nothing but sitting in the room and studying and nothing doing. So they start suggesting us that you should be doing any BSc or something. Why are you sitting on the room and doing this preparation only? So it's a bit embarrassing. But you should be able to tolerate it because that 1 year is the year where you should learn and it actually teaches you how to tolerate the embarrassing movements, the awkward movements, and the called as tana of relatives. Yeah. So you should be tolerating and keep studying. Best repeater year is the best year where you learn a lot, where you learn about how to be social with people. Means a bit the society that how society is harsh to you. Because the 1 year was so harsh to me. Actually, my relatives only discouraged me a lot. But yeah, I tolerated it, and now I'm in the college, and they are asking me, "How did you manage to get in the college?" So relatives are all that means relative आपको बस कभी कभार डिग्रेड बोलेंगे कुछ आपको बुरा नहीं मानना आप बस उनकी बात सुनते रहिए और जिस दिन आप नीट पास करेंगे और कोई कॉलेज मिल जाएगा वो खुद आके पूछेंगे बेटा जरा हमारे बेटे को पढ़ा देना ठीक है तो रिलेटिव्स की बातों को दिल पर नहीं लेना
okay, so you are saying ki droppers and repeaters should have patience, like
yeah
wait for
the
the
patient is the
result,
most important
and the
yeah
result will answer everybody who is questioning on you, right?
yeah
Okay.
yeah
So now that you are in a college, what does that feel like?
It feels that we have to study all day. Yeah, medical college is so hard. But it feels good that we are making new friends now. And my dream of getting into a medical college is successing now. the cadaveric story we usually discuss, the cadaver dissections halls, and everything is so beautiful here that the first day I would get in the college, I was all smiling only. And the professor made me stand up and ask, "What are you? Why are you smiling?" The same scenes of Three Idiots, and I'm too very much inspired from Three Idiots. I love that movie. So yeah, it's very good, and I was very happy to get in a medical college after a 3 years long preparation, since a 1 year devoted to Corona, the 4 years almost. So it was very emotional to me that now I am in the medical college now in Siliguri type of city, the second largest city in West Bengal, and a tourist place too. We usually try to hang out. There are various things like Darjeeling we went, Kurseong, and many hangout places here. So I just enjoying my medical days.
Okay. So what are your plans after college? Which field are you planning to go specialization in?
Mm. Yeah, now I'm focusing on my MBBS, but yeah, I have some ambitions in cardio surgery, and psychiatry. Let's see what will happen in the NEET exam, because there is next exam after MBBS. So we should be preparing for that only. Now no one is serious for that, but later on they will get serious.
So what did you like the most about the example app?
Actually, example app, I like that the toppers are helping because usually people are not too conservative for what they study. Some people are good, some people are bad. But if example app is doing something to connect toppers with the students who are trying to prepare but not good at the preparations, so it may connect everyone, it may socialize everyone and help us everyone to grow together, and that's a good thing. I liked in example app.
Okay. So any message you would like to convey to future aspirants aiming to you like you?
Actually, yeah, my only suggestion is that, and my only message is that try hard. Don't be get demotivated, because there are various agents who will get you, who will demotivate you. But there are many people too, like your parents, your friends, and everyone who will try to motivate you. So focus on the pros, do not focus on the cons, and that's all. Because you should be preparing by yourself. You are dependent on yourself. So don't be get demotivated from others.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you, Dr. Akras. It was great interacting with you. We hope that students
Thank-
have learned a lot of things that this session and will surely implement all these tips and guidelines in their preparation. It was very enlightening interview. Thank you for making time for the students today. We wish you all the very best for your future.
Thank you, ma'am.